Down in Manhattan's bustling financial district stands one of the city's most iconic culinary landmarks. This is Delmonico's, and it's been standing here since 1837. The steakhouse is not only one of the longest-running restaurants in New York, it's one of the locations that possibly invented Eggs Benedict.
This fancy egg dish is said to have been created at Delmonico's in the 1800s. Even then, hollandaise sauce was used.
What is Eggs Benedict?
Yes.
But its fame goes far beyond one dish.
If you Wikipedia fine dining, this is what should show up.
Yeah.
We're just a few blocks away from Delmonico's, where the restaurant is still operating in its original location from the 1800s. Talk to the people who work in this area or the tons of tourists who seek it out, and they'll tell you this place is a true New York landmark. So let's go ahead inside to learn a little bit more about this historic steakhouse and how the original Eggs Benedict recipe came to be.
Before Delmonico's became Delmonico's Steakhouse, it was a small shop run by two brothers who sold pastries, coffee, and chocolate. With enough success, the Delmonico brothers bought a plot of land in Lower Manhattan in 1837 and opened what is now considered the first fine dining restaurant in the country. Delmonico's is older than some of New York City's most notable landmarks, including the Brooklyn Bridge, Statue of Liberty, and Central Park.
And obviously Delmonico's is really old. 180 years old.
180 years.
So how does that history and it being here still today, how does that play into it being an icon of New York?
It's pretty cool, 180 years. I don't know how many restaurants,
Very few.
Can say they're even, close to that. Absolutely, it is a history destination. Every day there's usually one or two tour groups outside of the front door, and they're explaining the history of Delmonico's.
I've been coming to Delmonico's probably 20 years. Whenever I'm downtown, if I have a choice of where I'm eating, what better place can I go to?
The restaurant was revolutionary and among the first in the U.S. to introduce gloved waiters, white cloth tables, and an a la carte menu.
Obviously the name is such a historical name that people expect something fabulous, and when they do come here, I don't think anyone has ever sold short.
Today, executive chef Billy Oliva leads the kitchen in preserving Delmonico's original recipes.
Okay, so we're gonna plate our Eggs Benedict. So very easy, our brioche.
And how was this original recipe created? How did this come together?
So the Delmonico brothers had a lot of regular customers, and they were notorious for naming dishes after their customers. So Mr. and Mrs. Legrand Benedict used to come all the time, and they told the Delmonicos that they were bored of the menu. The Delmonico brothers says, okay, we're gonna make you something new. And it was Eggs Benedict that they created was for Mr. and Mrs. Legrand Benedict.
And did they like it?
And
I presume they loved it.
Because it's around 180 some odd years still, so.
I know I've had it a few times, not here, but other places. It's that
good
popular.
hangover food.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There are a couple stories of how Eggs Benedict came to be. Some say businessman Lemuel Benedict created the dish while looking for a cure to his hangover at the Waldorf Astoria Hotel's breakfast buffet in 1894. But Delmonico's says it started with the Legrands in the 1860s, immortalized in a cookbook in 1894. The restaurant makes more than 100 orders of the original Eggs Benedict a week, a plate that's been popularized by countless American diners and restaurants around the world. The Delmonico's recipe calls for 2 poached eggs, toasted brioche, and charred Black Forest ham. Oliva whisks together melted butter, vinegar, and Worcestershire sauce to make the dish's signature hollandaise sauce.
Is that caviar?
And then a little caviar is going to go on
Some
top.
truffle and caviar, casually. Egg yolk. Oh my gosh. Did that happen with yours? You didn't react. You're used to it. You've eaten this so many times. That truffle hits you in the face. This stands out by far against every other Eggs Benedict I've had. Obviously, it has elements that other Eggs Benedict don't, but this is also the original with a little bit of...
With a little bit of flair.
Flair. Yeah. Delmonico's flair.
Delmonico's is the birthplace to a couple other American classics, like the Baked Alaska, named to celebrate the U.S.'s purchase of the 49th state, and the legendary Delmonico steak.
Yeah, we probably sell 150, 200 a day.
Of Delmonico steak? Oh man.
Like it's double what we sell of everything else.
The restaurant's reputation has earned it visits from some of the biggest names in politics, TV, and film.
Look, we're going to Delmonico's for supper. Won't you join us?
Delmonico's obviously one of the greatest restaurants in the world.
Delmonico's.
You never know who you could find here. You could have the governor here on one day, and you could have Scorsese here on another day. So it's a place where you never know who's going to be sitting next to you.
What kind of celebrities have sitting potentially where we are sitting?
Wow, well, I know definitely we've had Whoopi Goldberg. Matter of fact, last night Sean Penn was here. A lot of history is passed through here. Even people, Tesla is another one. You know, some people come in and they'll ask, where did Tesla sit? Abe Lincoln was here.
The list goes on.
Yeah, there's so many people.
To this day, Delmonico's is considered an old world New York destination, guaranteeing a historic tour of fine cuisine to the hundreds of locals and tourists who walk through its doors.
It's the type of place that you go to and you feel the history. There's so many steakhouses, and while a lot of them are good, they're all very the same. This place is different. It has character that a lot of the other ones don't have.